But I'm not so good at all these speeches and all that. We try and keep it very nice and simple inside the changing room, inside the dressing room. But what I want to tell you guys, since I'm here, obviously, is that it's a big step in your career. Moving on to something new, something special, is always a good challenge and something that everyone should be excited about. There's nothing to fear what lies ahead, because in life you will come across a lot of challenges, and without challenges there's no fun in life. So I always personally believed that the challenges that are thrown at you brings the best out of you, and that is something that has happened with me personally, and I'm pretty sure it will happen for you guys as well. This institution has prepared you guys, all you guys, for the next step in your life, which is obviously to move ahead and see what lies ahead. So there's, like I said, there's not much to fear. It's the exciting times ahead that lies ahead in front of you. Go and embrace it, and enjoy the moment, enjoy that procedure, enjoy that journey, because it's going to be a wonderful time. When I look back at my childhood days, I definitely miss those days of going to school, going to college, and that excitement is something that is never going to come back. But we have our other ways to find that excitement. I obviously love the sport that I play now, and my focus, gradually shifted towards playing the sport and doing well in that particular sport. I'm here and I want to give it a personal touch to this wonderful time that we have now with us. So I would like to actually engage with all you guys, and if you have anything in mind that you want to ask me, I'll be more than happy to do it, because I feel personally, since I'm here, it is nice to just understand what you guys feel, and if I may be able to help or maybe able to advise, and that can help maybe 1 or 2% in your life, I'll be very, very grateful.
Awesome. So Rohit, we have collected some questions from students. All right, so I'm going to throw them your way.
Sure.
I'll be better than the media people that you interact with. I promise you. Rohit, you have pivoted a couple of times in life. You pivoted from being an off spinner to being a batsman, from being a lower order batsman to being the opener. How do you know when to change? How do you know that time aa gaya hai ya badalna padega?
That's the beauty of life. Sometimes when you're doing something and you feel this is the right move, this is the right thing for me to do, you go ahead with and you try and do that with best of your ability, and that is what I tried to do. The reason I started as an off spinner, to answer your question, when I started, that was because I always loved batting. There was no doubt about it. But the off spin came in because we had a selection trial where I live, and that's the summer camp that I wanted to join. And in that camp, the selection trial happens in a way where you have to stand in the queue, and the selectors, the coaches who are there present, they call upon you, and then you go and execute your skills. But as we know, in India, everyone loves to bat. So there was a huge queue for the batting line for the batsmen, and not much for the bowlers. So I said, okay, I will waste my entire day standing in the queue for the batters. I'll go and try my skills in my bowling. And luckily, the selectors who were there, they loved what I did with the ball. And then that's how I started bowling. And in the school that I went, they needed somebody who can bowl off spin. And eventually, my love for batting came in a year after when I joined the school, which was about when I was 11 years old, and that is the time I got to play in my school and show them that I can do both the skills, not just bowl but also bat.
Got it.
But there is a sign that you have to actually catch, and when I got to know, in India, I mean, if you can do all skill set, which is bowling, batting, and obviously fielding as well, then you have a better chance of making it as quickly as possible to the team, to the main team that you are looking to play for. So for me, that was the mindset, that was the thinking, and then I went ahead with that.
Got it. Please go ahead. Sorry. Rohit, in the 2015 IPL, I believe the first 4 matches, Mumbai Indians lost. And yet you went on to win the championship, right? What changed after those 4 matches? What was the speech you gave, or what was the motivation you induced in the team that you won the championship after losing 4 games in a row?
Yeah, because by then I had seen a fair bit of my life in cricket, and I knew that you can't. Firstly, I mean, it's a very important fact, not just for athletes but also everyone in general, that you cannot give up easily on life or anything that you are pursuing to do. So when we didn't start off well, in fact it was 5 games, not 4 games. I remember that we had a brief chat and a very intense meeting right after that. And the only thing that was in my mind was to inspire my team that how can we change around, because it has never happened in the history of IPL where 5 games after losing first 5 games and then you go on to win the IPL title. So the talk in the changing room was entirely about that. How can we inspire and how can we do something really, really special, which no team has ever done it. And people have already started discarding us. Media was writing us off. The other teams, I don't know what they were thinking, but obviously there was rumors about Mumbai Indians not making it to the qualification, the playoffs, let alone winning the title. But we were not even close to qualification in the playoffs as well. But I think it's the mindset that comes into play, and if I have to look back, I have to give a lot of credit to my upbringing, how I was brought up. There were a lot of tough times in life, and then that is when, as a kid, there was no option of giving it up on anything that was in front of me, and that's actually engraved in me, and that's how my cricket career took off. And when I started the game, one thing was very constant, that was not to give up on anything that I do, whether it was bowling, batting, winning the game for the team from an impossible situation. Because when you're playing a team sport, it is not about just me having that mindset. It is also about how you can get that mindset in the other 10 guys. So that was the challenge, and that is something, I was quite motivated to do. There are ways of doing it, and I found my ways of doing it, whether it is by having a quiet chat with people in the changing room, or telling them stuff on the ground, but I had to do it.
Can you give us an example of that quiet chat?
Look, I would love to, but unfortunately, it's a very auspicious day for everyone here. I prefer not to do it.
We get it. Now we understand what you're talking about. The 2023 World Cup. By the way, I was there for the Dharamshala match against New Zealand. I was right there. You played so well as a team. You yourself played so amazingly well. Everybody remembers that, right? And yet, in Ahmedabad, we saw what happened, right? And I can only imagine what would have gone through your emotions at that time. What did you tell the team after the match finished?
In Ahmedabad?
Yeah.
Nothing actually, because everybody was so disappointed, and we just couldn't believe what happened, and it was a very tough time, honestly speaking, personally for me, because I really put everything into that World Cup, not just 2 months or 3 months before that World Cup, but since I took over as a captain in 2022, my only goal was to win the World Cup, whether it was the T20 World Cup or a 23 World Cup. So I was completely distraught, and there was no energy left in the body, to be honest. It took me literally a couple of months to get back to being myself. But that's, I guess, if you put so much into something and then you don't get it, that is very natural, thing to happen to an individual, and that is something that happened to me. It was a tough pill to swallow, but I know the life doesn't end here, and it was a big lesson for me that, okay, this disappointment, how can I leave it behind and start something fresh, because life doesn't end there. I knew that there was something else that was coming up, which was the 24 T20 World Cup in US and West Indies, and I had to put all my focus there. It's very easy for me to say that now, but it was very difficult to do it at that point. At one point, I literally thought that, I don't want to play this sport anymore, because it has taken everything out of my body and I don't have anything left in me. So it took a little while for me to get back, because I kept reminding myself that this is something that I love and this is something that I dreamt of, and it is right there in front of me, and I cannot let this go so easily. Yeah, it took a little bit of time, and it took a lot of energy, a lot of calculation, a lot of energy to get back on the feet and start moving again.
Got it. And from 23, let's move to 24, right? And that match is etched in my memory. I remember every ball against South Africa, and at one point we thought the game is gone.
Yeah.
Right? It was very clear that it's going to be very difficult to come back from here. What was going through your mind those last 4 overs?
Look, I again went back to my old school thinking, which was to let South Africa enjoy when the last ball is bowled if they win the World Cup. I wanted to have that mindset, and that's the old school thinking. Okay, let it not feel it in a way where the game is gone and everything is lost. We had to put up a good body language on the show. Even though we were under pressure, things were not going our way during that time. We wanted to try and fight it out as much as we could, and we kept reminding ourselves that this is something that we are living for, to win the World Cup, and it's right there for us, and we can't let this go so easily. And it was not about me telling everyone at that point. Everyone knew that we had to fight for this. So all 10 of us, all 11 of us on the field, displayed that kind of body language where, the opposition always felt that, okay, these guys are not going to give it up that easily, even though we are on top, but it's not going to come to us that easily. And that goes to show the mindset, the body language that everyone had, the hunger to win that game, the hunger to win that World Cup everyone had. So hats off to, everyone who were there on the field at that point. But in my mind, I wanted to stay calm, because I wanted to make those changes, the bowling changes, the field placement and all of that. So, and being a leader, you obviously are standing right at the top. So, you can't look like you're panicked, or you cannot show, especially the opposition, that, okay, this is it, it's done. That kind of body language. So I tried myself engaging with the bowler, what can we do? How can we try and take wickets? How can we stop runs? and all those kind of things, because we knew that anything could happen till the last ball is bowled, and we went with that mindset, and it was great to see how the last 4 overs planned out for us. It was fantastic to watch that.
Yeah, I've seen those 4 overs again and again on loop. You know, we see what happens on the field, right? But can you tell us what happens off the field before the match? What is the preparation that goes into winning the World Cup? Do you think of the field placements, etc., etc.? Do you look at the videos of the opposition beforehand? We don't know what happens before.
No, I believe in preparation. I think without preparation, it just doesn't give me that confidence to go anywhere. Like I've come here prepared, what I need to do. So it just, you know, you have that extra confidence in you when you are well prepared. So before the game, I just like to go through the opposition and see what they're doing, how they're playing spin, how they're playing seamers, where are, you know, some of their batters hitting the shots, where are the bowlers picking wickets and all that kind of stuff. Because I feel I don't need the team to go through that. I need to go through that so that, you know, I'm not putting too much on my team's plate, team members' plate, because eventually, you know, it's also important to keep the environment nice and relaxed, and that is when your best performances come out, when you're nice and relaxed. And it's the captains and the coach and the management in the support staff, it's their job to do all the homework and then pass it on to the players. And I believe personally I'm a player first, then the captain, because I have to go and bat and, you know, lead from the front, play well, get some runs because I open the batting. So my job is very, very important for the team to start well, give a good start. So I think I'm the player first and then the captain. So for me also, I need to be relaxed to go and do the job. But I think at the same time, it's my responsibility also to prepare so that there's not too much on, you know, the individual's plate. A lot is on my plate, which is fine. And I have always, you know, even while captaining Mumbai Indians, it started way back in 2013 when I first was captain of Mumbai. And I felt that you need to give everything to your preparation. So that's how I used to do it. I used to prepare well and then take it into the game.
Got it. Thank you. Now, you know, there's this one match where Akshar was bowling his third ball to take a hat-trick. Yeah. And you dropped the catch on the slips. That's the second time I've seen you slap the grass after when you won the World Cup. How do you pull yourself up from a situation like that where you have let your teammate down as a captain?
No, it's all. Especially being the captain and you let the team down for that particular moment, because, you know, it's a 50-over game. A lot can change, a lot can happen in that 50 overs. But that particular moment, when something goes wrong and you don't feel right about it, because as a captain, the entire team is looking up to you, how you are on the field. So it's very, very important for a captain to show, you know, that body language on the ground. And dropping catches, missing runouts and all that happens. At the end of the day, I'm a human being as well, and I am allowed to make mistakes. But the problem is, when it happens and it happens to someone else, you feel bad for them, for those guys, because I know that, you know, whether it's a hat-trick ball or whether it's their first wicket, it doesn't really matter. I think what matters is everyone's putting an effort, you know, to get that result in your favor. And when you see that effort being displayed and then something goes wrong, that is the disappointment you feel. Because personally, I've been on the other side as well, where I was not captain and where I was a player and I've dropped catches. And when I used to bowl regularly back in the day, there have been people who have dropped catches in my bowling also and misfielded. But you get angry or you get pissed for that particular minute or so, but then again you get on to the job because there is a larger picture that you need to worry about rather than that one particular catch. So yeah, now being a captain and thinking from putting myself in their shoe and thinking, yes, you feel disappointed, but again,